Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kahalayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honor to the Apostle, Great Millstone, peace and salutation to the election. All right. And yeah, the title of this one's going to be Social Media Put Demons on You. All right. Social media has been a blessing and a curse. More so a blessing, of course, because through a form of social media we received the truth, which was the YouTube. We received the truth of the fact that we're Israelites through YouTube. So that's the blessing of the internet, you know, be able to communicate with people from far distances and stuff. And you know what I'm saying, you have benefits to the internet, but at the same time, there comes a lot of bad things with it, especially social media, because we live in the social media age. And so we live in the social media age where it's like everybody thinks they're like a celebrity or something, you know, and then everybody's like into themselves. You know, they're lovers of their own self, man, you know. And right now, you know what I'm saying, the spirit is about to wrap up this whole you know, YouTube thing. The Lord's about to close up the breaches. The Lord's about to take his men off the highways and byways, and pretty soon they're gonna come with persecution of the saints, you know. So going into the social media thing, man, you gotta be careful when you're on these platforms, you know, brothers out there that's, you know, laboring, because there's a lot of weirdos out there, a lot of agents, provocateurs, man, that would rather seek to try to gain information on you, man. Like, you don't know how many like motherfucking scam artists be coming on there requesting to follow, and like they be DMing asking for money, all kind of shit, man, you know. So it's like you just gotta be careful, be circumspect, man. Okay, because there are nefarious characters out there that call themselves Israelites, you know, like these Yah Israelites and all these people that's like, you see there's a lot of different, like, especially you go on Facebook, there's like a lot of different type of Israelites on there, you know, like some of them just believe in the Negro only thing, you know, some of them are like never go out, or like they just believe in Christ, like GOCC or IUIC. Some of them like don't believe in polygamy, you know, they frown upon brothers that go out on the highways and byways. They believe like, oh, they hate the white man, they're hateful. It's like, you know, so there's all kind of jigs out there, man. And that's why it says this here. Just be careful dealing with these different people out there that you meet in the streets. You know, you can't befriend everybody that you meet, you know, on the highways and byways. You know, they ask you for your number and shit like that. You know, don't give it out. Even a woman, sometimes, like, you gotta check a woman. Like, don't be quick to like, oh, you know, because sometimes it might be a demon. You know, she might be an agent. You know, the Lord will use Esau to send some type of woman after your ass. Like that one game. You brothers played that one game, GTA 4. You remember how Nico Bellic, he got set up by that white bitch, the Irish one, and she was trying to infiltrate his ass, and she ended up infiltrating him. You know, and then it come to find out she was an agent the whole time, but she was putting that thing on him. She was putting that thing on Nico, so he was blinded up here in the mind. So you gotta always be ready or watching. You know what I'm saying? You can't even trust those that will call themselves your allies, especially if they're not in the truth. I would say. So it says Galatians 2:4, and that because of false brethren brought in unawares, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushai, that they might bring us into bondage. So, you know, you gotta just, the scripture say, lay hands on no man suddenly, you know. You gotta prove a friend, you know. You gotta make sure that this man, if he's really not doing the work, you should really have no real dealings like that, unless the brother's like, you know, a helper, or he's like real diligent. He's a friend of the prophets, you know what I'm saying? He's always, okay, that's one thing, but a man that's not laboring, I can't trust him like that, you know? It's like, well, what are you in this truth for? You know, you trying to get saved, or you trying to like go to cookouts and shit, you know, and be a popular Mr. Popular. You know, we're in this thing to labor for the Lord. Yeah, anyone with. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's a limit to the things. Like, for instance, I got Instagram, and I put a lot of stuff up there, but I don't post nothing. It's just my, like, you'll see me, my page, just, you know, just my photos, me, brothers and stuff, and then, you know, I put stuff on my story, which, you know, the stuff I'll be putting up there is controversial, but at the end of the day, that's just how I'm coming. You know, that's just how I'm. Like the dudes in Chicago would say, that's how I'm rocking. But no, it's just the spirit, you know, whatever, you know. But it's nothing serious. You don't see me doing lessons up there, you know. Like, I'm not doing lessons up there. I just really got it to talk to brothers and really network. I met a lot of brothers through the social media. So like I said, it's a beautiful thing. The social media at times, but you see a lot of foolery on there, bro. Yahweh Bashim Yashai Barakatah. To all you brothers, man. But yeah, you see a lot of tomfoolery, man. You see a lot of bullshit, and then you gotta like deal with a lot of scoffers, you know, especially once you start getting like a lot of. That's why I got my page on private, you know. I try to keep my, you know, shit discreet, you know, to the best of my ability, you know. I don't, you know. Matter of fact, it's not really that great to be that known anyways. People are in your business and shit. So social media, everybody want to be on everybody's business. And at the end of the day, the scripture say, meddle not with many matters, you know. So that's you know, this place, the #1 Negro site, I think it's like Shade Room, the Shade Room. It's like the #1 black site. Like they just gossip all day, you know. And the scriptures speak about, you know, a busybody, all right. So social media can lead you down to like a weird path. Like a lot of dudes become moes because they end up meeting people and like they turn them out through the social media, you know, like young, you know, like these casting calls and all this different stuff that happens. Like it's a dark world, like the dark web. You ever went on the dark web? I wouldn't advise you to go on there, but because you could get like viruses and all kind of shit. They could hack you. I mean, I think it's kind of like, I think it's like prohibited, but like if you delve into that stuff, like you see all kind of shit, bro. Like they selling all kind of stuff on there. They're doing all kind of stuff. So through the spirit, man, like I said, it's a good things, but there's a lot of negatives towards social media. More so negatives than positive, because the only great things that came out was the ministry, you know, and certain information, right? But the rest of that stuff is just like folly, you know. Because Esau then flooded it, you know, like look at everything you see. Most of it is like garbage, you know. You got to seek out like the proper information. You know, you got to seek out. You got to filter information, you know. Because like you can't believe everything you read on there. A lot of shit be crap, you know. So yeah, you gotta be circumspect now. It says 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that are in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. See, so the world is just wicked. It's totally perverse. So like once you come out the truth, like, you know, you meditate upon, I mean, once you come out the world, you come into the truth, and then like you meditate upon like how far you've come and all this different stuff. So like the old man is just a thing of the past, and it's really crazy how simple we were back then, you know. Okay, but it says 1 John 2:16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, see, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passed away. See, this world is about to pass away. It's about to go. It says in 1 Corinthians 7:30-31, so using this world but not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passed away, right? So this world is about to pass away. It says 1 John 2:17, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So we trying to abide forever. We trying to have eternal life. Ecclesiastes 10:6. They say folly set a great dignity. Yeah, folly is exalted on social media. Everything, like if you look at what's been going on with the new queen of the ghetto boogers, Sexy Red. She's been invited all over the country, flown out here or there. Drake then gave her like a very expensive watch, you know what I'm saying, covered in diamonds. All these people are showing her all kind of attention and love, but you see, why is that? Because they're promoting the evil of our people, the wicked, the most perverse, so that the nations can look at us like, oh, look at those niggas, they're destroyed, you know. Look at those Latinos, the Peso Pluma is like their leader, and Bad Bunny, and you know, these moles, you know. So they have you they have you little young girls looking up to Sexy Red and Ice Spice. You know, you look up to Ice Spice, man, you know. So why would you as a woman be looking up to Ice Spice? Okay, you should be in the Proverbs 31 spirit, you know, being a woman, being a wife, being a helpmeet, a servant, you know. It says First Corinthians 13:11. It says, when I was as a child, I spake as a child, and I understood as a child, and I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. Yeah, that's right. When you come into this truth, like, you put away all that nonsense, that social media nonsense, and you know, blah blah blah, gossiping and shit. And you know, the scripture says, study to be quiet. You know, study to be at rest. At the end of the day, we're not in this thing to go back to the world. You know, be how we were in the world. But like I said, there's a lot of positives to the internet and all that stuff. You know, but pretty soon that internet is gonna get cut off, and that time's gonna come where, you know, your faith is gonna be tested. So like your faith is gonna be tested, and you're gonna, you know. So this is why you got to learn how to stand on your 2 feet in this truth, because at all times you're not always gonna be around brothers and stuff like that, and you know, sometimes the Lord's gonna put you in predicaments, you know, where you're gonna be by yourself. So social media has been like an escape for a lot of people. Like, you know, they're lonely, so they go to the internet, and sometimes they form personas where you get this cult of personality where, you know, and it happens even with the Bible, you know. Like in the world there was not really much, but then they come and they start to become something else. But anyways, so that's the pride of life. Okay, it says 1 John 2:18. Little children, is the time, as ye have heard, that the Antichrist shall come, and even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. There's a lot of people that's against the Lord. The majority of our people, especially in America, because these niggas are wicked and they're all demonic, especially the Latinos. They're all bugged out. The Negroes bugged out. So you look at the Caribbean, it's all bugged out. Hey, Shalom, bro. Shalom. It says that's one ugly woman, and that's Sissy. yeah. But you see, the beauty of the woman really starts from within, you know. So you look at the moral character of these women, and it's like, because the proper role of the woman is to be a mother and a wife. That's her proper role. And you look at these women, you want to have you really want to put your seed in one of these women, you know, like for real. You want to wake up in the morning and look at the bitch with tattoos all on her face, and the bitch talk about, oh, I'm about to smoke a blunt and all this different shit, you know. No, I want a woman that's gonna, you know, that's not gonna make me look bad in the streets, man. You know, you want a proper lady, man. You see what I'm saying? And our women are gonna go back to being ladies, man. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. Of reproofs, of instructions are the way of life, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Yep. It says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. So, when you deal with social media, bro, you meet a lot of women. You meet a lot of like different, you know. So, hey, to be careful, you meet these different women on there. A lot of them are setup artists. A lot of them are like into this Bitcoin thing. They be setting niggas up and shit. They be doing all kind of trickery behind the scenes. You know? So not everything that glitters is gold. When they come to you with these quick money schemes and shit, a lot of Jake got caught up with that shit, you know, Cash App and all that. So just be smart, bro, and really only deal with the brotherhood at this point. You can't have no real dealings, even with your own family. Your own family is not your family. Matter of fact, it says that who's my brother, who's my sister, you know. And now that I mentioned the sisters, man, you women, you know, you gotta be up under the man, bro. You know, the time for you to be all my single lady is over. You know. So it says, Mark chapter 3 and verse 31. It says, then came his brethren and his mother, standing without, and sent unto him, calling. And the multitude said about him. And they said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren they without seek for thee. And he answered them, saying, who is my mother and who is my brethren? And he looked round about on them which sat about him, and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of the Most High, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother. See, so it's all about the will of the Lord being done. You see, it's all about the will of the Lord being done. And if you're not doing the will of the Lord, then you can't really be trusted, because a man that's not keeping the law, statutes, commandments is a man that's not to be trusted. That's a man that will snake you. He would do you dirty, you know. Or a woman that's not really, you know, she don't fear the Most High. She's not gonna fear you. She's not gonna respect or fear you. Okay. So, cause she's not gonna follow orders. She's not gonna do what you say. And that's really what the Lord is looking for: obedience. And there's a chain of command. The Lord said, the Most High, Yahweh, whose name is Yahweh, his son, Yahushai. Okay, then you got the man, Israelite man, and then you got the woman and the child, you know. But the Israelite man is the top on the earth, and the Israelite man is going to go back to being the top on the earth, because we are the Lord's, the apple of the Lord's eye. It's all about the Israelite man. You see, it's all about the Israelite man. And we're about to rise out of the phoenix, out of the ashes. You see, and this is why all the nations they actually choosing. You see, all the nations are choosing, man. When you look at the nations, man, Jake go all over the world, whether it be the Latino or the black man, they go all over the world, and they get chose up, man. But nobody wants to crack a white man. Nobody wants the devil. The devil has no type of the devil that has no type of appeal, man. He's a corny bastard, you know. What else I was gonna get? Okay, Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, how has the gold become dim? Who's the gold? That's the Israelite man. The gold is the Israelite man. Who is the most fine gold changed? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out upon the top of every street. Okay, so we're the stones of the sanctuary, bro. You know, it says the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? So the precious sons of Zion, like, you got, see, my my woman had her sister, she ended up having this baby, and she was like, oh, you know, she was afraid because the baby's gonna come out looking ugly because both the parents are dark, right? And that's self-hate, all right? Jake, you as a Negro, Latin America, Israelite, you're a God reflection on the earth. You're the scripture say we're made in the image of the Most High, okay? Us as Israelites, you know. And when you start to hate yourself, that's something that the white man, the devil, put in your head. Or you're ugly because you got a big nose, or you got full lips or some shit like that. Or because our women are voluptuous, they got a lot of curves, you know. But now all the women want to get curves, man, BBLs. Now all the women want to get fillers and stuff and look like the black woman or the Latino woman, and be all voluptuous and shit. Okay, so we're the trendsetters, we're the salt of the earth, and the Most High is dealing with us. So you can't have this attitude of, oh, I'm ugly and all this. So we're the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. All right. But yeah, not. But going back to the social media thing, just be careful on there. You know, you gotta watch who you befriending. You know, you gotta watch what you say, because a lot of these motherfuckers be taking screenshots. They be like recording conversations, doing all kind of shit, disquieting secrets. The scriptures say revealing of secrets, man. All right. The secrets, bro. You know, Jake tell you something, man. Keep that shit to your fucking self, bro. You know. All right. It says, Proverbs 11. Woo, it says Proverbs 11 and 12. It says, he that is void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. See, the faithful spirit concealeth the matter. A talebearer is going to reveal a secret, a tattler. And that's really goes on amongst the women a lot. That's why the apostle elders, you know, they have wisely told us not to really, you know, have too many women around, especially when we're out there teaching. But, you know, obviously, brother, we're Israelites, man. We deal with all kind of women, man. All right? And a man is not in his natural state unless he's dealing with all kind of women. Wives and concubines, okay? When a man is sexually deprived, it leads to misery. That man's not in his element, you know? So in the kingdom, we're going to really be in our element. We're going to live. Right now, we don't know what it's like to actually live. Okay, so a talebearer reveals secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. You know, don't be on, you know, social media over there talking to, you know, all these different guys and spreading rumors and shit and saying this and that. Okay, the scriptures speak about meddling with many matters, man. Okay, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be found innocent. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it says Sirach 11. There's a lot of things that come, you know, I hear about. I don't say shit, you know, but not my business. Okay, because the Holy Spirit, you know, is the one that is discerning. You know, so certain shit that come across my desk, I don't really whatever, man. You know, 'cause I don't, you know, you get all in the mix up like Benjamin be saying, and then, you know, shit goes left, and then now you're being blamed. Now it says, this is why it's better to keep thy hands pure, you know. Anyway, Sirach 11 and 7, blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. Yeah. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, man. Okay. Recently Jake had got killed because he was trying to help some woman on the street that wasn't none of his fucking business. I think it was really none of his business. He was trying to be a Captain Save-A-Ho. And that's what happens, bro, when you try to be a Captain Save-A-Ho simp. You end up getting judged yourself because the Lord's not dealing with that spirit. In reality, as a man, the only, and I speak for the the brothers, you know, the only women we're gonna help are the women that we're dealing with, and then like your mother or your sister that has been good to you. But if a woman's not your woman or your concubine, or you know what I'm saying, you're dealing with her, and she's abiding righteously by you, don't go out there on the limb and put your life on the line for her and do all this crazy shit. All right, this woman better please you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? This woman better she better learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? She better get to pleasing. Okay, cause we're about the scriptures say a woman is for comfort. You know, a woman giving you hell and all this different stuff. You're supposed to scripture say a good wife, she fatten the bones, but a evil wife, a evil bitch, she what does she do? She make it weak hands and feeble knees, man. Okay, so literally she kills you. It says Proverbs 20:19, he that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with the lips. Yep. He that goeth about he's a talebearer, goes about revealing secrets, man. Goes around talking too much, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in that spirit of talking too much, man. especially the people you don't know that much about, you know. So it says, Sirach 11:9, strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners, right? Strive not. You know, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happens on these chats, forums, he say, she say. Okay, a lot of different shit, right? Like these women, they get up in these group chats and they start, you know, doing that stuff. Like myself, brothers, I'm only in a few group chats with certified men that I know of are faithful men, you know. But other than that, I don't really talk to too many people, man, because that's the best way. You got to keep a little secrecy about your goddamn self, you know. You can't be letting everybody know everything you do and shit. Everybody's, you know, we're being watched by the federal government and all that shit, man. Okay, because the spirit has these damn agents watching our videos and stuff, like these devils. These devils are watching, you know, everything we do. So the scriptures say what, you know, be blameless, man, and be circumspect, okay? Because at the end of the day, you don't know who the fuck is who. And some of these people be agents, man. They be trying to befriend your ass. And I don't trust a nigga. I don't you know? Okay, but anyways, Sirach 11:10, my son, okay, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent, right? And if thou after thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by flying, right? So you're not supposed to meddle in all these different matters, you know. Okay, it's best not to, you know, be in motherfucking business. Scripture says, speak not of other men's lives, man. Ooh, speak not. Okay, you're not really supposed to be worried about what the next man is really doing, unless he's really going off or being slothful, you know, being a nigga, and then you get on him. But other than that, you know, I don't really give a shit what you do in your daily life. You know, just don't be a mo. Don't be a weirdo. I mean, don't be a weirdo. You know. Don't be weird. Okay. Damn. What is this? If you know where it's at, bro, you can put it up. Maybe I forgot. Okay, here it is. My bad. Sirach 19 and Sirach. Ooh, it says Sirach 19 and verse 6. It says, "He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife." See, and he that hateth babbling shall have less evil. Okay, you rule your tongue, you know, you live without strife. A man that don't really say much, you know, he can't really be, you know, blamed for much, you know, because he's not a fucking a busybody talker, right? He's more about the work and about the business. That's really how you're supposed to be in these latter days. Sirach 19:7, rehearse not another that which is told unto thee, ooh, and thou shalt fare never the worse. You see, rehearse not which is told unto thee. Somebody tell you something, okay, like brother said right there, Proverbs 20:19, right? Like somebody tell you something, whatever business happened within you and your camp or whatever, and you know, don't really, you know, let it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know, it's between you and the brother and you and the Most High, and let it be. You know, but Sirach 19 and verse 8, it says, whether it be to friend or foe, talk not of other men's lives, and if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. See? Yeah, really don't be, you know, talking about other men's lives like that, man. You know, because you don't know better situations and shit like that. You don't know what's going on. You wasn't, you know, privy to every detail and shit like that. So you don't know you don't know what it's like to walk in certain men's shoes and shit like that. You know, because my mom used to always say some shit. She used to always be like, "Oh, every world is like every mind is like a world." But it's an old Spanish proverb. Or proverb in Spanish, you know, but it's an old saying, but a true saying, you know, because everybody's like has their own spirit, and that's why the scriptures say that you ought to be patient unto all men, you know, because you got to understand certain situations with brothers. But at the end of the day, the patience is running thin. You know, if a man's not doing the work, then there's not much to be said, you know, after that, you know, because you gotta labor, okay, and you gotta be involved in this thing, you know. But yeah, so it says, talk not of other men's lives, if thou canst without offense reveal them not. So yeah, you know, just mind your fucking business, bro. You know what I mean? Shit, goddamn. Jake be all like a woman, bro. We're men, you know what I'm saying? But mainly it goes on in these other Israelite groups, you know. But you still got some stragglers out there, you know, that that, you know, that the Lord's sifting the house of Israel, man. And we're at the end, so the more closer we get to the end, the more you're gonna see, like, you know, people dropping by the wayside in faith. Okay. All right. But yeah, the heavy lifting has been done through the internet, you know what I mean, of the truth. Psalms 19 and verse 1, it says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Okay, there's no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. The words that we're speaking is the words of the Most High that's being heard in all languages. You know, you get the subtitles, and you learn. This is why brothers woke up all over the world, Philippines, Germany, okay, in Spanish, man, down in South America, right, different parts of Africa. So it says, Psalms 19 and 4, their line has gone out throughout all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. All over the earth, the gospel has been preached. It says, in them hath he set up a tabernacle for the sun. Okay. So the word is going forth, but as the word has gone forth, as the word has gone forth, the majority of the shit that's on the internet is not positive, especially for these kids. You know what I'm saying? You brothers got kids, little daughters and stuff like that, little boys and stuff. You know, it's a dangerous world. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say, woe to them that give suck in those days, you know. In the time of 70 AD, the Lord made the mention of what was going to happen. But even in these days, you know, it's you know, having children is like a tough thing. Okay, which is really supposed to be a blessing, but according to this devil, you know, we can't have our children as we're supposed to, man. You know, because this devil, he helped forward our affliction pursuant to these curses. It says, Deuteronomy 28 and 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for all them all the day long, and there shall no might be in thy hand. Yeah, our children don't belong to us. See, our children don't belong to us. Like we you know, if you don't send your kids to school or some shit, they're gonna try to arrest you. You gotta get a permit to homeschool them. If I ever had a boy, you know what I'm saying, it would be all hell breaking loose in the school, man. They're over there teaching them with a tranny and all kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these moles teaching them, you know. That's liable. Really, as a man, you're supposed to be able to, you know what I'm saying, educate your son yourself. And then you have homeschool, which was in the ancient world called tutors. Okay, all the great kings had tutors, like Alexander the Great. You know, they all had tutors, man. The Caesars. That's why they were so eloquent, you know. And they knew the average man was not into reading and shit like that. They barely knew how to read. That was only for like the rich folk, you know, reading, writing, art, and philosophy, and mathematics. Okay. That's some high level shit. But and nowadays it's open because of the internet. Okay, you can learn basically damn near anything. You know, you can learn how to change a battery of a car. You can learn damn near anything, man, on the internet. Learn how to code. You know what I'm saying? Make a high income skill. You know, all these different sites where you can get all kind of knowledge, but not all knowledge is good knowledge. All right, and Jake, a lot of these niggas, they delve onto the left hand side, right? They go into the deep end, where it's dark, where it's deep and dark. Like DMX said, hell is When he said hell is hot, and damn, I forget it. There's a blood of my blood, and then there was another one, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. But the other album, it said cold, hell is cold, some shit like that, man. But you know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean, man. That's the yeah, I forgot where I was gonna go, bro. I forgot where I was gonna go. Damn, what's it? I don't have any internet on my phone, but I know you can find it through Spirit. But nah, that's the time we living in, bro. You know, a time where you gotta be circumspect, knowing what's going on, bro. You know. And like I said, it's a blessing and a curse, but for our part, it's been nothing but a blessing, you know, because of the scriptures and the knowledge, all right, which had increased through the Uman and the Thuman, you know, which is the modern day perfected lights, which are these devices that we have now, you know, that bring forth all the knowledge, man, you know, and the Lord's using it for His purpose. The Lord's using it for His purpose. Okay, but we're not to be involved in all this folly and bullshit, because we got to stay focused on salvation, man, you know. Okay. It says, damn, hold on. It says, Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 21, the wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning. Understanding is as a wellspring of life unto him that hath it, but the instruction of fools is folly. Right, so there's a lot of it's dark and hell is hot. Yeah, bro, with the water, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it, bro, you know. Yeah, bro. It says, understanding is as a wellspring of life unto him that hath it. Hey, it said, but the instruction of fools is folly. Okay? The heart of the wise teacheth his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. Pleasant words as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and health to the bones. And that's just truth. Health to the bones, man. Okay? The Lord increased us, and He breathed His breath of life into us through that 12 tribes chart, man. Through the truth. Okay? Through the understanding of the fact that we're Israelites, man. Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 9, and then he said, I'll start at 8, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Yeah, there was no life. There was really no life in us until, you know, we woke up to the fact that we were Israelites, you know, and that happened all the way. For the most part, that happened for brothers through the internet, you know, for the most part. All right. It says Ezekiel 37 and 9. It says, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. And so I prophesied as he had commanded me, and breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army, you know. And that breath has entered into the elect of Israel, all right. Through that line, through that word, all right. That has been spread forth. The net is cast, right? Ooh, that net was cast. Okay. The Lord said, well, we're fishers of men. Ooh, it says Matthew 13 and 47. It says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net. When you fishing, you catching men, or you catching fish, you got to put that net out there, man. You know, and that's what the Lord did through the internet, man. Through that vehicle, if you will. It said, Matthew 13:47, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. This is why you got all kind of niggas in the truth. You got niggas, and then you got brothers, you know, but then you got, you know, stragglers, you know, fly-by-night guy, Johnny-come-latelys. Then you got all kind of stuff, because it says what? It says, and gathered of every kind of fish. You know, you ever been fishing? They show you they show you that they gather all kind of fish, man. You know, and some of them they get cast back out. You know, some of them are no good. Some of them just end up dying. You know, I mean, they don't end up they don't end up flourishing. All right, so it says, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast away the bad. So the bad that's gathered, you know, the bad that's gathered into this truth, they're gonna be cast away. You know. So shall it be at the end of the world. We're at the end of the world right now. This is the end, man. You know. This is the end. It says, the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. Hey, that's a lesson right there. Sever the wicked from amongst the just. The angel's gonna do that, man. The angel's gonna separate the wheat from the tares, right? Those amongst us that's not, you know, even Israel, and then literally get rid of 2/3. All right, it says, and the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from amongst the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. Whew. That's that second death. That's the lake of fire. Okay, the second death, the lake of fire, which is going to be Babylon, aka America. Okay, this bitter place called America is going to be a thing of the past. You know, Job 28 is going to be like a vision that fleeth away. You know, a vision of the night. You know. Okay, it says, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Yahushua saith unto them, have ye understood all these things? And they said unto him, yea, Lord. Then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure new things and old. All right. So yeah, bro, you know, the social media is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, you know, but either way it goes, you know, the Lord's guiding all things into his will, you know, of prophecy. Okay, and the prophecy states that eventually, you know, the ministry is going to be shut down, if you will. Okay, the Lord's going to cause our tongue to be cleaved to the roof of our mouth, so you're not going to be able to find this word no more. You know, there's going to come a point in time where you're not going to be able to find that word. You're going to be seeking it. You know, you're going to be able to type YouTube. YouTube is going to be a thing of the past. Here in the coming days, you know, social media, you know, and all these different things. Okay, they're all going to be a thing of the past, you know, when all hell breaks loose. You know what I'm saying? When that sea hip is out, all right, and they got World War III and all kind of hell breaking loose, you know, because all hell's going to break loose. Okay, but the people don't understand, man. You know what I'm saying? The people don't understand, and that's why they're gonna get caught out there, man. All right, they're gonna get caught out there through the Spirit of the Lord. But we're watching, man. So it says, 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto Babylon, you know, woe be unto Babylon and Asia, and woe be unto Egypt and Assyria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." This place of destruction is coming upon us. It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? That sword is going to come down upon Idumea, and this is the chief house. This is the chief place this is like the capital of the Edomite Empire, the Galactic Empire. You know, like Emperor Palpatine. You know, he's like the old wrinkly devil, you know. Saying, you know, he's shooting out lasers and shit. That represents Esau. Esau represents like the Galactic Empire, and we represent like the Jedi. We're like the last hope. We're like the Jedi. And we're about to get force powers, man. You know, we're about to get force powers, man. We're about to, you know, be moving motherfuckers around, throwing shit around. Okay, we're gonna be taking niggas' heads off and shit. You know, that's the power that the Jedi had, man. You know, but and the Jedi was persecuted by Emperor Palpatine. When they I think it was the third one. When they I'm pretty sure it was the third one where they was like Anakin turned on them, and then he turned into Darth Vader. And Anakin was like killing the kids and shit with the clone troopers. It was like Order 66, you know, 666. See, that's a spirit. You know, Order 6. I think he said Order 66. He said to kill all the Jedi, man. You know, and they got that from the scriptures, man. Okay, they got that from the scriptures. But they're gonna be persecution of the saints, man, and it's gonna happen through that internet too, you know. So because they're gonna publicize the truth as like some type of fucking some type of bad thing, you know. The scriptures say what the accuser of our brethren. This devil lives to accuse us, man. That's why he said that, oh, the BHI, you know, so-called BHI. All right. That's why they try to demonize you, say you're like a hate group. Well, the fucking U.S. government is the biggest hate group on the planet, man. The police force. Any government organization has been built off of racism towards the tribes. You know. So what are these devils talking about? When they speak about, you know, hate groups and shit, this motherfucker's the biggest hater on the earth. Anyways, Revelation 10 and 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now has come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. See, the accuser of our brethren. And that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to, like, you know, say that brothers did this or that. They got this technology called the deep fake. So they got the deep fake technology where they can actually make it seem like you did something that you didn't do, you know. But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to be with brothers, man, you know. But there's nothing new under the sun during the like if you look at the time of the Roman Empire and stuff, and John the Baptist and all them, like they was, you know, they was persecuted. John the Baptist got his head cut off, you know, for rebuking somebody, you know. Cause you gotta rebuke niggas, man. You see, John the Baptist was in the spirit of rebuking, you know. He was rebuking everybody. John, you know, come get baptized. Now, but John the Baptist was a man of the Lord, man, and he died manfully. Okay, he died. You know, even though, you know, obviously, you know, nobody wants to get their head chopped off, but he died in the truth. And you know, the UPK said that he fell out or whatever. You know, that's in Matthew 14, I believe. Right, it speaks about the beheading of John. Yep. So yeah, man. Oh, that's another thing. That's another aspect of this truth that must be addressed. The fact that, you know, through this persecution is gonna come the risk of you being put to death. You know, and that's the martyrdom. You know, the word martyr means, you know, to die for a cause, which in this sense would be the truth of the Most High. You know, this word. And that's how you know we're telling the truth, and we actually got the truth, because nobody's persecuting a damn Christian or a Muslim. You know, they're persecuting the Israelites, but they have to make it seem like it's the Bible, you know, and religious zealots, and people who are like bugged out of their minds and shit, right? But really, they want to get the scriptures out the way, because they're building like a secular society, like, you know, a society that's all robotic, you know. Nobody believes in God no more. Everything's like, you know, they don't keep no type of, you know, religious days no more, so-called religious days. Everything's like against the scriptures. So everybody's pushed towards the vibration of Satan, do as thou wilt. You know, this society was built upon satanic principles, you know. Every like, if you look at all the founding fathers, they were all Masons. They were all slave owners. They were all into Satanism. Like if you look at, you know, any government agency, The founders were all Masons and all witches and warlocks. You know, like this guy Jim Parsons, aka Jack Parsons. He was one of the founders of JPL, which is the Jet Propulsion Labs, which eventually became a branch of NASA. And then also he founded another company. I think go by the name of EFL, something like that. But he was responsible for the first rockets, man. That they started building in the 30s and shit like that. He was like the mastermind, like kind of like Oppenheimer did with the bomb. But yeah, man, that nigga was a big ass Satanist, and he was best friends. And he actually lived with this guy called L. Ron Hubbard. He was another devil, another Satanist, L. Ron Hubbard. He founded the Church of Scientology, which is famous for having members such as Tom Cruise, and all these other different clowns. You got a couple of niggas up in there too. Like Oprah, I think Oprah is in that shit too. But at the end of the day, they all worship Satan and the Baphomet, and all these different ancient Kemetic gods, because that's who Esau, bows down and worship, the gods of Kemet. Yeah, so it says Amos 8:11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." Yeah, so that's gonna come soon, where you ain't gonna be able to find brothers live streaming every day, or you ain't gonna be able to commune with brothers or try to, oh yeah, let me get, so get it while you can, and you women, you got access to the brothers now. So you better start choosing, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah 4:1's coming now, but we living in beautiful times, bro. We're living in beautiful times, man, where the Spirit of the Lord is gonna start moving out here, and you're gonna see miracles, man. You're gonna see miracles happen, We're gonna start posting strange stuff on social media and all this, But use these sites as tools, man. Don't let them use you, Use these different platforms and shit. Use them for what they're worth. But don't let them use you, Don't let these platforms use you, and don't let these people that's on there, seduce your ass into getting into naughty behavior. You know what I'm saying? All right, hey, but shalom to y'all, man. Shalom to you, bro. You brothers and you few sisters, man. Hey, shalom, kahalayim la Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rukakodash, double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom, shalom.